Looking for something new to stream? This week delivers a solid mix of fresh movies and TV shows across the top streaming services and networks. Whether you're after intense thrillers, clever comedies, heartfelt dramas, or blockbuster spectacles, there's plenty to choose from. From headline-grabbing debuts to hidden indie gems, these releases are already sparking buzz and conversation. Here's a rundown of the standout titles that just dropped, ideal for your next weekend watch or spontaneous midweek binge. To avoid the confusion, we will start with 5 shows that were released this week. Number 10. The Collective. A group of daring young citizen journalists unite after a sudden tragedy propels them into a dangerous quest for truth, uncovering a global network of government lies and corruption. Their investigation takes them across borders as they risk their lives to expose rogue states and the dark secrets they keep hidden from the public. In the gripping first episode, the team, known as the Collective, meets face-to-face for the very first time, drawn together by a shared commitment to justice. Tensions rise as Josh, one of the members, becomes obsessed with solving the mystery behind a devastating plane crash in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, where all passengers perished under suspicious circumstances. As the group digs deeper, they begin to understand the high personal cost of unveiling the truth in a world built on deception. Number 9. The Chosen Season 5. The Chosen is a compelling historical drama that explores the life of Jesus and those closest to him, set amidst the harsh realities of Roman-occupied 1st century Israel. With a fresh and grounded perspective, the series brings to life Jesus' teachings and the transformative impact he had on everyday people. Having early access to the first 4 episodes, I was struck by how different this portrayal is from traditional biblical adaptations. Its characters feel relatable, raw, and genuinely human. From the curious and spirited Abigail to a charismatic Jesus who smiles, winks, and feels approachable rather than distant or blowing, the show breathes new life into familiar stories. These episodes offer an immersive, emotionally resonant retelling of the Gospels that feels both culturally rich and spiritually moving, an extraordinary start that leaves me eager for more. Number 8. Fubar Season 2. For years, a father and daughter have lived side by side, each secretly serving as a CIA operative without the other knowing, building their entire relationship on carefully crafted lies. When their double lives are suddenly exposed, the shocking truth forces them into an uneasy partnership as they're thrown into high-stakes missions filled with danger, deception, and explosive action. As they navigate the murky world of espionage together, their once fractured bond is put to the ultimate test. Struggling to trust one another, they must confront buried truths, emotional wounds, and the reality of who they've truly become. Amid gunfire, covert operations, and international threats, they slowly begin to rebuild their relationship, not just as agents, but as family. Number 7. Rana. In the high-stakes world of fame and scandal, Rana Naidu stands out as the ultimate fixer for India's elite, expertly handling their darkest secrets, until his own troubled past comes knocking. When his estranged father is released from prison, Rana is forced to confront buried family tensions and emotional wounds that no amount of damage control can solve. The series is bold and unapologetic, featuring mature content, including strong language, adult themes, and nudity, which, while intense for an Indian show, feels essential to the rawness of the characters. The on-screen chemistry between Rana and Venkatesh is electric, and Serving Chala shines, while the ensemble cast, featuring a mix of TV, South Indian, and Bollywood actors, delivers solid performances across the board. Venkatesh's unique accent adds charm to his role, rounding out a gritty, gripping drama that's worth the watch. Number 6. Aniela. After a scandalous and very public incident involving her husband, Aniela's seemingly perfect life of luxury and social status comes crashing down. Stripped of her wealth, reputation, and privilege, she is thrust into a world where survival means learning to live without the comfort of endless resources. Determined to regain custody of her daughter, Aniela finds strength in her maternal love, which fuels her resolve to rebuild from the ground up. As she navigates this harsh new reality, she begins to see the world and herself with clearer eyes, awakening a powerful sense of justice and resilience she never knew she had. Her journey becomes not just one of redemption, but of personal awakening beyond wealth and appearances. The movie starting our movie list is Clown and Cornfield. Set in a declining Midwestern town, the film brings back Friendo the Clown, once a symbol of past prosperity, who now returns as a hilariously terrifying force of chaos. From the opening credits, the quirky score immediately sets the tone for a self-aware, campy slasher that leans fully into its over-the-top nature. While the slower start had me initially wishing for more, shifting my expectations from a typical modern horror to an 80s-inspired campfest completely changed my experience. The film cleverly embraces classic slasher tropes while delivering gore that meets today's horror standards, striking a perfect balance between nostalgia and modern appeal. As someone who struggles to enjoy older cult classics due to evolving effects, I found this movie surprisingly refreshing, perfect for both longtime fans of campy horror and those still warming up to the genre. Number 4. Absolution. Liam Neeson delivers a powerful performance as an aging gangster trying to make amends with his estranged children and confront the wreckage of his past, all while the criminal underworld refuses to let him go. Directed by Norwegian filmmaker Hans Petter Moland, the film carries a somber tone and emotional depth that elevates it above the usual crime drama. Though set in the familiar backdrop of Boston's gritty streets, this story stands out thanks to Neeson's fully realized portrayal of a man haunted by regret but striving for redemption. The supporting world of small-time mobsters and disappointed women may seem familiar, yet Moland gives their arcs weight and sincerity, avoiding cliches with careful storytelling. What results is a poignant, character-driven thriller that lingers far beyond the expected action beats. Number 3. Echo Valley. In the hauntingly beautiful but secluded Echo Valley, Kate is quietly grieving a personal loss while training horses when her daughter Claire suddenly appears, terrified, shaking, and smeared in someone else's blood. What follows is a gripping and emotionally charged thriller that explores the depths of maternal instinct and the dangerous limits of unconditional love. Powered by riveting performances from Julianne Moore, Sydney Sweeney, and a chillingly effective turn from Brendan Gleeson, the film builds tension with raw intensity. Creator Brad Engelsby crafts a tightly wound narrative that not only delivers suspense, but also dives deep into the complexities of family, guilt, and sacrifice. With a haunting score and masterful storytelling, Echo Valley stands out as one of the year's most powerful and emotionally resonant thrillers. Number 2. Deep Cover. 3 improv actors find themselves hilariously out of their depth when the police recruit them to go undercover in London's criminal underworld, blending comedy and chaos in the most unexpected ways. In a time marked by division and tension, this film feels like a breath of fresh air, warm, funny, and surprisingly heartfelt. The chemistry between Bryce, Orlando, and Nick is nothing short of electric. Nick's constant awkward charm keeps the laughs coming. Orlando brings a perfectly serious edge that only makes the humor sharper, and Bryce anchors the trio with pitch-perfect timing. The script is brilliantly written, moving at a rapid, engaging pace that keeps you locked into the character's journey and rooting for them every step of the way. It's a film that ends too soon, leaving you wanting more of this unlikely team, and proving that if more action comedies were like this, the genre would be unstoppable. Number 1. The Ameture. After losing his wife in a London terrorist attack, a CIA decoder becomes disillusioned when his superiors refuse to act, prompting him to take justice into his own hands. Ameture may begin like a typical spy thriller, but it gradually carves out its own identity, channeling the grounded, rough-edged tone of early 2000s espionage films. It doesn't try to reinvent the genre, but instead leans confidently into its stripped-down style, offering a straightforward, satisfying narrative.